guys, I thought I'd show you my room. You know, it's kind of weird. So that's my bed. But this is my tiny little cute hostel room. This. And now I'll show you the outside world. Wow! Big, giant windows. Let's start over here. As you will see, there's snow. It snowed last night, right after my call. Like, not even 10 minutes after finishing talking to my family in Guam, it started to snow, and I was like, Go over to a sidewalk that's less used. I don't know if you can, there you go. You can see that sidewalk, that's all snow. But yeah, this is Mitz. And his hand breathe. And I'm gonna research some more. And I just looked at a map recently. Paris is not above me. I'm still like in the teeny tiny corner. I thought like I was like, Metz, Paris. It's like, no, I'm Metz, Paris. So I'm gonna look into it some more. We might take a train, but I read that there's two paths from Paris to Tours. But apparently one of the paths, there's like a 20-30 kilometer gap of like no information. So I'm just like, I don't want that. So we're gonna look at trains, we're gonna look at paths, because apparently the reason why the most famous trail from St. Jean to Santiago is called the French Way is because most of the pilgrims are French, so they're like, oh, the French way. Stuck. So we're gonna research some more, and I'm like, you can hear something that's just milk and excitement. That sounds weird. There we go. Milk has cleared my throat. But yeah, so we're gonna do some more research, look into paths, possibly get a train, maybe that's closer. Today is Sunday, so I don't know if the information place is open, but hopefully my phone gets fixed today, and if it does, then I can take a whole bunch of pictures of this town and be like, just like really just blow it up, So those of you who like follow me on Instagram, you're probably gonna get like 50 new shit from me. 50 new things for me. New shit doesn't really work like that. But yeah, so we're gonna plan, gonna work. I'm a little miffed because last night in the middle of research, like I just sat down and I just like hit the upload button for my video. And I was like, alright, since it's gonna take 15 minutes, I'll start researching at that time. Jesus, people find me. It's like they have a nose for it. They're like, let me ask her if she's been saved by Jesus. Have you? We had an interesting discussion, but it's so funny because they pretty much badmouthed all of Guam. Like all of the Guam's, Christians and Catholics and Virgin Mary believers. Because they're like, do you know about the faith? Is it in your heart? And I'm like, yeah, I went to a Christian school, St. Paul and Trinity. It's like, I know. Okay, I know. And they're like, he's like, yeah, but did you have the faith? Did you have, Jesus, the Spirit in your heart? And I'm like, yeah, probably, because, there was a time at the very beginning I was like, all right, let's try this. And then it just went downhill from there. It's weird. I understand that religion works for some people. This light is interesting. Let's sit at this desk. I have it, and my knees don't have to suffer. Well, that's not better. Okay, that's blur. I know my hair's a big poop. I just woke up and had breakfast. Oh, I gotta rest for towels. I'll do that in a second. So yeah, they pretty much badmouthed it, and like I was like, dude, every week on Wednesday we went to chapel and had a big powwow with Jesus, and everyone's like, accept him. So it's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure the faith was there. I am really sure that some of the teachers, like the one who used to sell candy, I don't know if that was even legal. It's like he's making money off of his students, and it's like, I don't know if that was quite legal. This person is to sing. That is the reason why I don't sing. I before didn't sing because I was just like, I'm not a singer. That's just not who I am. And then that incident happened, and I was like, yeah, I'm never singing for anybody now. Thank you for traumatizing me in front of my friends and belittling me because, I can't sing. And it's just like, what? It's just, it's the worst day ever. Hated it. I feel bad because it's like, one by one, you'd be like, oh, you're singing? Okay, you're good. Stop. You're good. You're good. You three, come up here, sing. And like, the two who don't even speak English are trying their hardest, but it's really quiet because they're shy and nervous. And I'm trying, but it's like at the same time, I could give two shits. But it's like art. It's like it's just like shit. I was singing, and then it's like it's just me and two tiny Korean girls singing. So it's like fuck, trying. But then he's like no, sing louder, and I'm just like I sing louder, and he's like no, sing on key, and I'm like you can't hear both from someone who can't sing. It's like I can be louder, but it probably will throw off my key. If I sing softer, it sounds a little nicer. But yeah, thank you for ruining singing for me, Mister. And probably only like maybe one or two people will get the reference, but that's okay. That's okay. He's ruined singing for me. Granted, I will probably sing to my kids, but I will have the song playing and I will have the words playing. Like it won't be an instrumental. Like I will let me in the singer's voice and Baba Black Sheep, but like I'll probably mouthing it really. And she'll be like, "Wow, my mom's voice is so cool," and it's like, "No, dude, I can't sing for shit." that was that was a CD, so that's happening. But yeah, they just badmouth, and I was like, yeah, they had this, they had the Holy Spirit, and they're like, no, I don't think so. They didn't have it. And I'm just like, dude, dude, these people were like flipping hardcore, and they get upset if you didn't have the Spirit because they were so adamant they had it and they had to share it. So I was like, you don't even fucking know, okay? You don't even. I was like, they have the Spirit. They have some, definitely. They definitely believe they got some. So they got the Spirit. It's just like I don't want to get in a faith. And it's funny because they're like, oh, it's not a religion, it's faith. And I'm like, that's that's I mean, yes, the words are different, but you came to me in a stairwell and now you've been talking to me for the past 2 hours about Jesus and how I need to accept his Holy Spirit into my heart. Also one of them, oh god, this is probably gonna be a bit long because I'm a bit of a ranting, but it's just oh my god. One of them's like, oh I used to be a junkie, and I'm like, okay, that's typical. Usually junkies turn to God, trade one addiction for another. And he's like, I smoked marijuana every day. It was bad. I was addicted, and I was like, one, you can't be addicted to marijuana. You can enjoy it a lot, but you can't be like, oh, I need it. Then again, people are like, oh, cigarettes and coffee. It's like, yeah, but the thing is, if you go through a cigarette withdrawal, you just that nicotine withdrawal, you get a little crabby. That's about it. You go through like a heroin withdrawal, your body is like dying, because it's just like. But the thing is, recent studies have come out about addiction, and they're pretty much like, yeah, if you know, there it is possible that there could be no withdrawal. If your recovery is right, like you won't have any withdrawal symptoms. You'll just be like, poof, I'm done. All right, I'm done with that drug. And then I'm just like, and he's just like, yeah, marijuana's the devil's drug, and I'm like, okay, how? And they're like, because it's bad for you. And da 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 da. I'm like, okay. So I was like, so a drug that alleviates pain, pretty much makes you aloof, little bit of a happy camper, picks up your mood, fights depression, PTSD, and I'm like, and has very like amazing medical qualities. Like, it's being treated for people with stroke, who have strokes, like help a bit, with the pain and people with seizures and everything. So I'm just like, okay, medicinal marijuana. It's like it has great qualities. So it's just like, okay, devil's drug. And I was like, I'm just like, I'm quoting from the Bible. It's like, I'm like, didn't God create all the animals and plants? And they're like, yes. And I'm like, okay, so God made marijuana. And they're like, no. And I was like, what? Did Satan make it? And they're like, no, Satan can't create anything. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, he corrupted it. He made it evil. He made it, he put the devil spirit in it. I'm just like, so out of all the plants, you know, all the plants, Satan's like, ooh, this one. Yes, he corrupted it. I'm just like, okay. Satan made marijuana corrupt. I'm just like, okay, I'm just like they just kept going on and on, and they're like telling me all these stories and lessons, and I'm like, I know this, and I kept telling them, I was like, I know this, I went to school, I know this, get to your point. And they're like, oh yes, I'm getting to it, and I just kept going, and they're like, do you have the faith? And I'm like, probably, and they're like, do you believe in Jesus? And it's like, yeah, it's like, I have my own views, about it all. That's just, and then it's like they come in there and they're just, oh, they just make you feel like shit for not believing in what they believe in. It's like, dude, I was just sitting here on the stairs checking my email, trying to research before bed, you know, what I'm doing. And they're like, oh, you don't have the faith. And it's like, I am doing the most like spiritual pilgrimage known to man, and I have no faith. And like, yeah, you can't do anything without Jesus's, spirit in you. And I'm like, I can't do anything. Bitch, have you seen what I've been through? It's just, ooh, very upsetting because it's like, how dare you? How dare you? But yeah, where's it going with this? That's right. There's that one like little snippet story saying thing where it's just like, uh, God loves atheists, and like, all the Christian Catholic people were like, what, why does he love them? They don't even believe in him. They got puff upset. And the like teacher or like lecturer guy was like, the reason why he loves them is because they don't need, the fear of him to be a good person. And they're like, what? And it's like, think about it. Most of you only do good shit because you're afraid you're going to go to hell. The atheists, ones like the ones that are decent people, they do it just to be a decent person. They're not like, oh, if I don't, be nice to you, I'm gonna burn in hell. It's like, no, they're just nice to you because that's like the right fucking thing to do. That's pretty much what all of these faiths or religions, because apparently there's two different things. That's like the gist of all of them. Is like, don't be a dick. Just be a good person. Help out when you can. Just don't be a dick. Like that's the gist of it. And then for some of those who are like, total assholes, they're like, okay, so if you like, don't stop this, you're gonna burn in hell. And they're like, what's hell? And I'm like, oh, and that video they showed me, I mean, the pictures were nice, the paintings were beautiful. I was like, wow, this is really artistic. But it's like God took some people to hell personally to show them so they could paint it and showcase the world. And I'm just like, okay. I mean, I could straight up paint something and go to them and be like, I had a vision from God and he told me to give this to you and said, blah blah blah. Do that. Also, while they were praying, a little part of me was like, I could just grab her laptop and leave, and I was like, it was tempting, but then I was like, wait, I'll probably see him tomorrow morning in breakfast. Turns out I didn't, but I was like, if I see him tomorrow at breakfast, I really don't want 5 angry missionaries at me. So I was like, I will sit here. They were like, the way they said R, they're like, I'm trying to not giggle because I'm thinking of Pokemon, Raticate, and I'm just like, don't laugh, Nina. They're praying to, and they're like so like, and they were like done, and they were like, they were like, relieved, like they just had a workout or something, and I'm just like, cool. And I just went back to my computer, and then they like stood there, and I didn't look at them, but I'm pretty sure they were like stunned or shocked that I wasn't like, oh, I feel the spirit in me. So, just like, I'm not gonna join your faith. It's like you're not the first faith to approach me. Okay? I've had Christians, I've had Catholics, I've had Mormons. I think I've had a Jehovah's Witness like once. Once. Just like, nope. I need to like figure out a quick way to be like, no, go away. They were like, do you believe in Jesus? And I was like, yes. And then he kept going. He's like, Christian, Catholic. And I was like, fuck. Because I know if you say no, they dive right into it. So it's like, dude, I'm just, ugh. So yeah, that was my day yesterday. I'm sorry for the ranting, but that's just what happened. Good day. Oh, did I read the clock wrong? I think I read the clock wrong. Oh, it's only 8:30. I thought it was like, almost 9. Okay, so I guess I read the clock wrong. Well, that's fine. Oh, well, that's interesting. That means I left before the other two could poof up there. Okay. Ooh, maybe God's helping me out by avoiding them. Okay, I'm gonna stop. So, ta-ta everyone.